Hey y'all, welcome to Hirtz Life. I'm Derek Hirtz. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, so we're gonna enjoy the sunrise at the beach. So I wanted to share something that I learned on a missions trip to South Africa a couple of years ago. I was there praying in the public hospitals, and I had never prayed really for people who were sick before and seen a lot of healings, maybe a handful. Two of my friends who see a lot of miraculous healings asked me if I wanted to go with them, and so I said, sure, why not? So I packed my bags and I went to South Africa on a whim and joined them to pray in the hospitals. And when I went to go pray for these people, my emotions and my thoughts were thinking and feeling like nothing's gonna happen. Why am I even doing this? And the Holy Spirit reminded me that I can let my emotions and my thoughts define who God is and what He can do, or I can bypass that and allow the Holy Spirit to speak to my emotions and my thoughts and redefine them. And so I was challenged, who is defining whom? Are my emotions and my thoughts defining and limiting who God is to me and what I think He can do? Or am I bypassing those thoughts and emotions and living in the Spirit and agreeing with the Spirit and then allowing Him to come and speak back into those emotions and thoughts to transform them to look like Him? And that doesn't just go for healing. That goes for every other aspect of my life. I can allow my emotions and my thoughts to rule, or I can submit to God and come in alignment with what He said and what He promised. I guess they're raking the sand? That's what happens when you show up this early. Romans chapter 12 says, "Do not conform any longer to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." And so I need to allow the Holy Spirit to speak into my emotions and into my thoughts and renew them to look like Christ. My spirit man and who I am already looks like Christ, but little by little, He's transforming my thoughts and emotions to catch up and come in alignment with who I already am. And just because we think something or feel something, it doesn't make it the truth.
I just feel it.
Because our emotions and thoughts aren't always true. And remember that God's Spirit is a spirit of truth. So if it doesn't line up with Him or what He says, it isn't true. And it doesn't matter if it's a thought about you, a thought about somebody else, or a thought about your situation. It has to line up with the Holy Spirit. So I want to encourage us to start seeking out what does it look like no longer to live out of our emotions and our thoughts, but to live out of the presence of the Spirit. See, even after my thoughts and emotions get transformed to look like Christ, I still don't want to live out of the soul man. I want to live out of the presence and the power and the prompting of the Holy Spirit. So who's been defining and leading your life lately? Has it been the Spirit, or has it been your emotions and your thoughts? So let's ask God to teach us what it actually looks like to be led by His presence. All right, y'all, leave a comment on YouTube about some insights you have on living in the Spirit. And remember to like, subscribe, follow, and share with someone. I'll see you next week.